Street Talk Sports. Hey, beautiful day today, man. Holiday weekend. Hope you guys are all out enjoying yourself, having a good time. I know you're probably not watching the video, but I'm just making this anyway. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, hey, like and subscribe for me. I appreciate it. You guys be safe out there. Hope there's no accidents or injuries around you guys. So just be safe as possible, man. You know how this is on this weekend. So I hope everybody just be safe. Just be safe. But anyway, we talking about the Browns, man. We on the Cleveland Browns a little bit right now. Want to get into I would say I call it the offensive overhaul as far as what Andrew Berry did with that offensive line, man. He had a lot of guys that leave via the retirement and just the trades, you know what I mean? The free agency, I mean. So, a lot of guys got out of there. You had see who are you had the Joel Britanno, he left. We all know him. He was real likable. Everybody loved him. Wyatt Taylor, Jack Conkin, and Cam Robinson, just to name a few, man. Had a lot more of those guys, older guys that are no longer with them there. So, he made room. And well, he didn't make room. A lot of those guys decided just to, go a different route or whatever because of the new movement that the Browns are, kind of in with the younger guys. So a lot of those guys kind of felt like it was time for them to move on to a more of a contender somewhere where they could just kind of fit in, didn't have to be the guy so called. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of those guys kind of moved on like that, man. But I mean, he did a good job, man. Uh, he brought in a lot of guys, man. He brought in my guy Titus Howard. He brought in by a trade. They traded for him. You got my guy Zion Johnson, free agent. Jenkins re-signed, so that was a good thing. Jenkins was pretty good. He was pretty solid last year, so he re-signed. So that'll be good. You got Spencer Fano, who was that big draft pick, the rookie. Then you got Parker. What's his name? Parker Brazelford or something like that. Nah, he was a draft pick too, and Austin Barber. They kind of just rounding off, kind of, I would say, getting a little depth. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of other guys, man, that's still there too. Elton Jenkins, he was a guard. He played guard and center. Then you got Zach Zinter, who's a guard, and then Luke Wappler. He's a center. But all those guys, man, should fit in pretty good. It should be a good, solid offensive line, man, which is gonna boast good for the offense, man, because everybody knows everything starts up front with those guys, man. And those guys, if you look at the numbers, are three times better than what they had. And that's just on paper. The guys still have to go out there and perform, have to play well or whatever, but it starts on paper regardless of how you look at it. So on paper, it all looks better. It really does. If you look at the numbers, it all looks better. And those rookies, those guys are going to fill in there, add depth, should be good. I'm excited for that. A lot of the Cleveland media still, want to call this team, this franchise, a dumpster fire right now. Want to even claim that nobody even wanted to coach this team, which is crazy, man. Anybody going to take an opportunity to have a job of this magnitude? You know what I'm saying? Only 32 of these jobs in the world. So you're going to take that job. You know what I'm saying? And people were lining up, but the Cleveland Browns had Todd Monken at the top of their list from the start. They brought him in like 3 times, I think it was. So they had him at the top of the list. They knew they wanted him. They knew they needed an older guy. You know what I mean? Because he had so many young guys and they were kind of redoing the team or whatever. So they knew they needed an older guy for this, man. Like I said, if it wasn't going to be Swartz, the defensive coordinator, it wasn't going to be him. They had to come with Todd Monken. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. You know what I mean? And plus, Todd Monken is an older guy, but man, he got a young vibe. He connect with the guys really well. They love him. He's a player's coach. You know what I'm saying? But he's a no nonsense guy also. So all that, man. You add all that up, it amounts to winning some football games. So they're definitely going to win some football games, man. The quarterback thing is still ongoing. We know that's still ongoing, so they still doing what they do with that. But you still got different people coming in, and a lot of people still saying that they feel like he should do it. It's the only thing that makes sense. Everybody thinks that it's the only thing that makes sense, but there are a few people that think that they may be trying to go a different way because of Watson and the money thing situation, or whatever. But me personally, I don't think so. I don't think it's going that way at all. So I think they should do all the way. So we have a few more weeks, and we will be seeing what's going on. But anyway, let's jump into the skill positions, man. We got the wide receiver room. To me, is going to be, excuse me, it's going to be better than a lot of people think. And I also think it's going to be led with Jared Judy. Jared Judy, he's a veteran, man. He's going to be in there, regardless. I think he will have a rebound season. You know what I mean? So I think with all the extra guys around him, all the talent that he'll have around him, he'll play well. I really believe he'll play well. I'm not going to count him out, man. You got Casey Concepcion. You got Harold Fanning Jr., who's a flat out beast. Harold Fanning Jr. is a flat out beast, man. This guy, man, I'm telling you, and then in this offense with Todd Monken is a tight end guy. He run that 2 tight end set, so the tight end is gonna eat a lot over here with Todd Monken. You know what I'm saying? So Harold Fanning can get ready for that. You know what I'm saying? They'll have Harold Fanning and what's the other guy? They'll have what is his name? What is that guy's name? Harold Fanning. Uh, mm, Joe Royer, something like that. Yo, he's from Cincinnati Bearcats. Yeah, yeah, pretty high on their list too. Pretty good guy, big guy, can catch the ball well. I'm talking about he catches the ball really good in traffic. So him and Harold Fanning Jr. are gonna make a great pair, man. It's gonna be hard to defend both of those guys. You know what I'm saying? So back up to my wide receivers, we got, so I said Harold Fanning Jr., who, man, he caught over 1,500 yards, 7 touchdowns. So he's a beast. He's going to be a beast. And then we come back with Boston. Boston is going to be another beast. I can see Boston. I tell people, I can see Boston getting about 800 yards. I can see him getting 800 yards as a rookie easy, if not more. He's going to get his touches. He's going to get his touches. And then I'm really excited who he started coming on last year. He has about 300 and some yards, I guess 340 or something like that. And my guy Bond, very quick guy, man, very smooth runner. Bond will have a great season underneath Monken. He was kind of not up and down, but they just really didn't use him a lot last year. So he'll have a different type season this year. Can't wait to see him. He's one of the ones where I think is gonna slide in there and people are gonna be really surprised. So can't wait to see that. Backfield, of course, we got his dog. We got the big dog. We got Judkins. Got him, man. He's gonna tote that rock. Got Sampson. Now Dylan Sampson he was kind of misused last year. Like they didn't use him enough. I mean, you would see him every now and then. He'd get in there and run for some plays, and then Kevin Stefanski would just take him out and wouldn't put him back in. I'm like, where is Sampson? Like, and Samson, man, his numbers out of college, he was a top runner, man. And I don't understand how they was not using him. It just didn't make any sense. Like you'll see him in there do a couple of good plays, get a first down or two, and then he'll disappear. No more. You wouldn't see him no more. I'm like, what is that? I just couldn't understand that. And so it won't be that with Todd Monken. He will be used with Todd Monken. I promise you that. And then I like the big boy, the big bruiser, man. I call him an old school runner, Raheem Rocket. Oh, Rocket, man. Rocket, he's a down here runner. He's a bruiser. He's gonna get you some yards too. So he's a different style runner. He's not gonna get you that home run, but he's gonna get you between those lines, pretty good. So I like him. That switch up for him to come in there and switch up from those but Junk is a hard runner too. Different style though. Rocket is just a bruiser type of a guy, you know what I'm saying? So I like him. I think those 3 guys in that room are pretty decent. I think they can go with any one of those guys and be decent. So that's going to be fun to see. But yeah, man, it's looking good though, man. Monken, he has some stuff to work with, man. Like I say, man, Harold Fanning Jr. and Joe Royer, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good together. I can't wait to see him in the mix with everything. But this team is way more than these people are calling it, man. They calling it dumpster fire and all that. 3-game winning. This can't really. can't really buy into that. Like, I can't really even see how, this got too much going on to even think about 3 games winning, man. I mean, they won what, 5 games was last year. So, and the offensive line was, man, non-existent. You know what I'm saying? The wide receivers and the stuff and the way they played, no way in the world they performed under that. No way in the world. I couldn't see it, man. Hey, I'm willing to put anything on it. They will not underperform that. They will definitely win. The lowest I would say they will win is 7 games. That's the lowest, 7 games. And I would say their ceiling is probably 10 or 11, probably more like 10 games. Cause like I say, it just depends on how they started out. If they start out with Shador, if they start out with Shador, it's the 10. I'm going with the 10 all day. If they start out with Shador, it's the 10 all day. A lot of people want to say numbers, analytics, all this and that. Hey man, I'm looking at play on the field. I'm looking at what he done for the team, how when he got in the game, it looked more like a NFL offense. It moved down the field. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at that. All that analytics, all these numbers like that. Oh, it could be whatever. I'm looking at other things because what he had around him was non-existent really in so many ways. I'm not looking at that. But so if he could do those things that he did with nothing around him pretty much, what is he going to do with something? You know what I'm saying? So, well, I already know what he's going to do with something because I've been watching him. I've seen him do it. We know he's going to do it. But, he's got to wait and let it play out, man, and let it see, but we here for the long haul. And like I say, till the wheels fall off, we here. But anyway, we just gonna get out of here, man. It's a beautiful day, holiday weekend. So hey, Friday, everybody enjoy yourself. And like I say, man, be careful out there, especially if you're on the water, man. Because we over here in Dallas, man, Louisville Lake, every year around this time, man, somebody lose their life, man. Hope and pray that don't happen this year. So if you're out there, you moving around, be very careful, man. Be very careful. But anyway, hey, man, I always say, my street peeps, if you're out there in the streets, hey, it ain't a place to be. We don't want you there. But if you are there, we want you to be careful, man. And always remember, respect others as you go along, and you got a way better chance of making it home. Peace out.